In the year 1937, a young man of 25 borrowed the then substantial sum of 3 rupees from his friends and started Hindi Vishwa Vidyapeeth in a small rented room within the premises of a temple in Udaipur, Rajasthan. The young man was named Janardhan Rai Nagar, popularly known as Jannu Bhai, and his vision was to empower the downtrodden through education. He was inspired by the greats like Mahatma Gandhi, Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya. Each of these had set up at least one educational institute, making Jannu Bhai realize that education could be a potent weapon in the fight against the oppressive British regime. An inspired young man, Jannu Bhai took the first step with a quiet beginning on the 21st of August 1937 by starting a night college to prepare students who would appear for the examinations of the Hindi Sahitya Sammelan. Mahant Ganga Das Ji of Asthal Temple in the Surajpol area of Udaipur provided the place, and people like Uma Shankar Dwivedi, Lakshmi Lal Joshi and Ramesh Chandra Rai Nagar joined hands with the young Jannu Bhai in laying the foundations of what came to be known as Rajasthan Vidyapeeth. Udaipur may not have been then the glittering city that it is today, but it was still a town, and since Jannu Bhai wanted to reach the last of the marginalized, he along with a select group of educated colleagues would often go into the nearby villages with a lantern and teach the poorest of the poor in the dim light. A number of youth and old who toiled in the day had enrolled in the night classes. Soon a series of such night classes started functioning in the nearby villages as well. These centers also became centers of resistance against the British Raj. Many freedom fighters would come and explain the idea of freedom struggle to these young and adult students. What began in a small corner of a temple compound in 1937 today occupies more than 78 acres of land. The Ministry of HRD and the University Grants Commission (UGC) granted it the status of a deemed university in 1987. Under the revised rules of the UGC, it is now called Janardhan Rai Nagar Rajasthan Vidyapeeth, deemed to be University, Udaipur. The prestige enjoyed by it is reflected in the simple fact that distinguished personalities like the Maharaja of Mewar, Shri Bhupal Singh, Dr. Karan Singh, Rahul Sankrit Yayan, Pandit Janardhan Rai Nagar, and a great educationist like Professor Bhavani Shankar Garg have been its chancellors. The university has a full-fledged Vice-Chancellor's Secretariat that houses the various administrative heads' offices to facilitate smooth functioning and quick reaction time. Nearly 8 decades have gone by. It has been a remarkable and an exciting journey. Some of the major steps in this journey were the establishment of Sahitya Sansthan in 1941, the setting up of Lok Shikshan Vibhag in 1943, the Udaipur School of Social Works was started in 1959. Lokmanya Tilak Teachers Training College was started in 1966. The Department of Computer Science and Information Technology came into being in 1993. The Faculty of Management Studies was set up in 1995. The RV Homeopathic College and Hospital was started in 2002. The Department of Rural Technology in 2003. The Department of Women's Studies in 2005. The Department of Physiotherapy started functioning in 2008. The Faculty of Law and the School of Agriculture Sciences in 2015. The Faculty of Physical Education and the Faculty of Sciences in 2016. And the Department of Pharmacy in 2018. Each of these constituents and departments has separate smart classrooms with interactive board, dedicated LCD projectors, Wi-Fi internet connectivity, laser printers, scanners, photocopying machines, as well as modern furniture and fixtures with state-of-the-art technology. Other than the formal education disciplines it indulges in, The university is also known for the excellent services being provided for the economically poor, adult, rural and deprived strata of society, and has been honored with Nehru Literacy Award, Lok Culture and Art Award and National Child Development Award, amongst many more. Rajasthan Vidyapeeth covers almost all aspects of Indian education, such as school education and higher education, as well as adult and community education too. Besides this, the Vidyapeeth organizes workshops and training programs for the development of cottage industries and social awareness camps, etc., in particular helping empower village women of the nearby areas. The institute entered the field of higher education in the year 1957. It was realized that the Shramjeevis, those who work during the daytime, do not have any means to access higher education even though they were interested in learning and improving their lot. And so, the Manikya Lal Verma Shramjeevi College was started in 1957. This was the first institute of its kind in the entire state of Rajasthan. It now has 3 streams, commerce being one, the Faculty of Sciences and Social Sciences and Humanities being the other. Put together with a central library, the university has more than 2 lakh books and it subscribes to numerous national and international journals, periodicals and newspapers. On the research front, the university has more than 700 theses and hundreds of dissertations, more than 1,60,000 e-books. In a spacious, airy and conducive environment, each complex has been designed to suit the requirements of its respective constituents, and each department has its independent library and other facilities. The Faculty of Social Sciences and Humanities publishes 3 national peer-reviewed journals annually, namely Arthvati and Virasat in Hindi and Journal of Rajasthan Association of Studies in English. In the year 1957, the overall scenario of the nation in the field of studies was undergoing drastic changes. There was an urgent need of devoted and committed teachers all over the country to achieve the goals set by our leaders and planners. Therefore, the Lokmanya Tilak College was started to train the future teachers. One of the major requirements of that time was the need of specialized institutes which could train the public representatives of the Panchayati Raj system. An integrated rural development scheme was introduced to cater to this need, under which courses were conducted to train public representatives. As part of this, Janata College, community centers and Lok Shikshan Vibhag came into being. Janata College Dabok, in fact, was one of the 7 or 8 colleges opened all over the country way back in 1953. The idea to open such a series of colleges emerged after the then Education Minister of the country had made a study tour of Belgium and visited the rural colleges of that country. More than 6 decades have gone by. The Janata College Dabok, rechristened as Mangal Murthy Indira Gandhi Janata College, is the only one that has survived. A remarkable feat indeed, as it has remained loyal to its objectives, has expanded its base and is delivering wonderfully great services to society by holding special skill classes for women folk of the villages in the area. Its various community centers spread over an area of about 500 square kilometers function to capacity and train local women and young girls by holding, teaching, sewing and art classes, including makeup and henna classes. The girls and women trained at these centers are now operating independently, like this one who runs a small tailoring shop in her village. Many women who had to drop out of schools because of reasons beyond their control have enrolled themselves in various courses and are eager to complete their basic studies, even though they had abandoned their studies more than 2 decades ago. Their level of confidence has to be seen to be believed.
मैंने बचपन में अभी नहीं पढ़ाई की थी, अभी मैंने फार्म भरा 5वीं का और मैं पास हो गई, परीक्षा देना चाहती थी।
The Sahitya Sansthan Institute of Rajasthan Studies has a large collection of ancient manuscripts, historical documents and lithoprints totaling over 6,000, beginning from the 14th century and dealing with Ayurveda, Sanskrit, Hindi, Rajasthani, astronomy and other subjects. It has been publishing a research journal called Shodh Patrika uninterrupted for the last nearly 70 years and has published more than 120 books on Hindi, Rajasthani, Sanskrit, medicine, history and archaeology. The Department of Archaeology has over 5,000 objects documented under several projects. Its excavations in Iswal and other areas unearthed medieval furnaces as well as Sasanian coins. Its discoveries include findings of a needle with an eye, cultivation of rice, wheat, African millet, cotton, etc. from the Bronze Age 5,000 years ago. Currently, a Stone Age site, Javasya, and a medieval town, Chandravati, are under excavation. Under the umbrella of Lok Shikshan Sansthan and under its extension activities, it has 4 important constituents: Lok Shikshan Vibhag, an institute for literacy and non-formal education for the newly literate and adults in rural areas. It has 9 community centers in select villages, as a laboratory for community services and education, located predominantly in tribal areas and using university-owned premises and infrastructure, and catering to nearly 400 villages around these centers. These are Aranya Bharti Community Center, Nai, Jan Bharti Community Center, Kanpur, Vijayama Mahila Mangal Bharti Community Center, Bedala, Shreya Bharti Community Center, Sakroda, Adivasi Bharatiya Community Center, Karpira, Adivasi Bharatiya Community Center, TD, Lok Jyoti Community Center, Salumbar, Lok Chetna Adivasi Bharatiya Community Center, Jhadol, Community Center, Sarda. Janpad, an institution, was started in 1941 to take up the education for creative citizenship in urban areas, to foster civic sense and to strengthen democracy through broadcasting of news and social awareness camps. Janpad has a history of its own. It is perhaps one of the oldest centers in the city, imparting knowledge and awareness. Its study room is still a habit for Udaipurians, where one can come and read all leading magazines and newspapers. Its public education program included establishment of blackboards all over the city, which would carry the headlines of the day. A mobile cycle library was an integral part of this mission. Volunteers would carry the latest magazines and books door to door to help encourage the reading habits, particularly of young girls and women. Times have undergone drastic changes, but the practices pursued by Janpad are still being followed. The blackboard culture is still very much alive. Its daily evening news bulletin, read on a loudspeaker from a small room of this historic building, is a regular part of the life of the traders of this area. And this practice is being followed without a single day's break, come what may, for decades. Even during the emergency way back in 1975, the public broadcast of the news bulletin was never stopped. Though it had to undergo strict emergency rules, concerned authorities censored some part of the daily bulletin. Today, with the communication explosion at its peak, platforms are aplenty. But a dedicated team of Janpad staff still airs its daily bulletin religiously for the benefit of those addicted to this decades-old habit. Perhaps this is the only model of this type in the entire country, which has weathered all seasons, social, economic, political, and even the mighty tide of technology. On the specific recommendation of the University Grants Commission, a Department of Rural Technology was established to develop the understanding of rural life and to maximize rural technology in the field of agriculture and its management. The Department of Women's Studies was established with the support of the University Grants Commission to address the issues of women's empowerment in the areas of teaching, research and extension activities, especially in the tribal areas of southern Rajasthan. It offers BSc in Rural Technology, PG Diploma in Gender Studies and Technology and Diploma in Computer Applications. The Department of Computer Science and Information Technology offers state-of-the-art infrastructural facilities and laboratories for undergraduate and postgraduate students as well as research scholars. All the software labs are internet connected to interface with the global environment. It's 2 labs built on a combined built-up area of more than 800 square meters with state-of-the-art facilities and a huge collection of books and latest periodicals are the heart and soul of this proud constituent of the university. The total built-up area of the Faculty of Management Studies is 2,772 square meters, which includes smart classrooms, 4 classrooms, 3 tutorial halls, 8 faculty chambers, 2 office rooms, director's chamber, library hall, and computer labs for use by students and faculty. The RV Homeopathic College and Hospital enjoys a great reputation and is spread over 4.5 acres of land and an actually constructed area of 2,601 square meters for the college, 945 square meters for the hospital, and 1,782 square meters for the hostel. All its departments are well equipped with books, charts, models, and equipment as per requirement of the Central Council of Homeopathy, CCH, New Delhi. The CCH Ministry of Health Government of India chose it as the venue for its first workshop on homeopathic materia medica in June 2014. It also provides community-based health services to rural tribal masses by organizing a minimum of 2 camps in rural areas every month. The Department of Physiotherapy caters to a branch of healing sciences that are largely ignored in rural and particularly tribal areas of the country. With a double-story building and a number of facilities like an electrotherapy lab, an exercise therapy and rehabilitation lab, a biomechanics lab, an anatomy lab, and a neurodiagnostics center. This particular constituent of the university has been doing a great job in helping the poor and the downtrodden by imparting the best of knowledge and volunteering health services to the complete satisfaction of the patients. While the convocation ceremonies were a little irregular in the earlier years for various unavoidable reasons, they have been held on a regular yearly basis since 2012, and today not a single degree remains pending with the Vidyapeeth. Eminent personalities from various fields like Dr. Karan Singh, Professor Moolchand Sharma, and Shri Satyavrat have graced these ceremonies. A spacious hygienic canteen maintaining all the norms as prescribed by the rulebook. The in-campus hostel facilities, particularly for girl students, are the university's commitment to taking up all cudgels for the safety of female family members. The university also has 2 guest houses with all modern amenities and round-the-clock kitchen facilities. Of late, the Vidyapeeth has been extremely active in organizing international seminars, symposia, and workshops on varied subjects. Eminent personalities from more than 20 countries have participated in more than 50 such activities being held at regular intervals. The Rajasthan Vidyapeeth ILNFS Institute of Skills is an ambitious initiative undertaken in collaboration with the National Skill Development Corporation. Besides degrees in hospitality and catering management and agriculture business management, it also offers employment-oriented training in mechanical, electrical, and plumbing skills. The institute makes vigorous effort towards obtaining placement for its students, achieving 100% results in this area. But that's just one aspect of the Vidyapeeth. The ancient and the modern are not mutually exclusive here. In fact, they complement each other to create a holistic entity that respects and promotes both the streams. It has recently established an astrology and Vastu Sansthan that offers diplomas as well as graduate and postgraduate degree courses in astrology and Vastu Shastra. As a social crusader, Janubhai believed in the overall development of his fellow beings and understood the importance of exposing them to the great cultural heritage Rajasthan was known for. In 1945, he took another revolutionary decision and started Kumbha Kala Kendra, an institute to propagate inherent traditional music and folk dances, which has grown today into a full-fledged music training center. The concern for the environment can be seen in the large number of trees as well as a series of enchanting flower beds in the various campuses of the Vidyapeeth. A casual visitor might even mistake the campuses for gardens with a few buildings, playgrounds for different sports disciplines, and a huge under-construction multi-purpose stadium. Vidyapeeth is looking to create a state-of-the-art sports complex. Its founder, Pandit Manishi Janardhan Rai Nagar, always used to say, "We social educators are responsible for the enlightened destiny of our progeny and people." We have by now fully realized that the making of a nation is in the hands of educators, and the shape of our great history lies within the pulsating fingers of their capable hands. The Janardhan Rai Nagar Rajasthan Vidyapeeth, Udaipur, in its true spirit, echoes exactly the same sentiment.